Thanks for joining on. Please share as you join in, please. We have an interesting topic today. We have a very interesting topic today. Men also cry. So all the men, please begin to come in. We want to talk about you today. And as you join in, do share the program. Are you ready to dance? We're starting soon, but before we start, let's enjoy some music as we wait for our guests to join. And as we wait to share the program, God bless you all.
By this time next year, you don't go know me again. Say no me now. By this time next year, Emi Loco. Wherever you are going to invite your neighbor to the front here. The Bible says you overcame by the blood of the Lamb and by the words of our testimonies. You are going to invite your neighbor to the front. Oh yes, okay, come and join me, sing hallelujah.
Moving unpacking.
Thank you all for joining. I see 2 people on board already. Okay, this is Relationship Talk Show with Modupe. Okay, and my host is joining us very soon. And today's topic is on men also cry. Okay, so it's not always about we women. So it's a program that is fair. We look at the men, we look at the women, we look at children, we look at parents. When we look at Relationship Talk Show, it's not about just couples anymore. It's all about family, about unity, and about things that are happening and what we can do to make it better. I remain your host, Modupe Adeniji. Wonderful. Adeniji. I see Mr. Nobility Aji on. Thank you for joining, sir, and Evangelist Bumilola. Thank you for joining, Ma. I believe that should be a Ma. If not, I'm sorry. Please, as you join the program, let us share. Let us bring more people on board while we wait for my host. She's loaded and she's prepared, and she's no other person than my sister Mojisola Faroye. She's an alaga for traditional weddings, and she also has a talk show she does, on marriages. So she's experienced, she's married, she's got children, and she's seen so many weddings. She's been able to do alaga, that is to host a lot of weddings. So she's seen a lot. She's going to be joining us very soon. So while we are waiting for her, let's enjoy the music for another 2 minutes.
And the light shineth in darkness, and darkness comprehended not. Lift your eyes to heaven. May the light of God overshadow your darkness. I know what's okay. I will not be
Hello, sis.
You join her there. Let's share. Let's get more people on board. Let's start sharing, please. Let's invite more people to join in. You are mighty. You are mighty. You are mighty. Shashambura. Shashambura. You are mighty. You see, I think some shows are going to fly. The Bible says, I have set the Lord always before me. Okay, because of our time, we're going to start.
Oh, yes.
Wow. What a lovely day. Before we know it now, it's 1 hour.
I'm
it's
telling you.
It's lovely to see you live and direct here, ma. God bless you so much.
Sis.
And this
Thank
is
you.
my
God
beautiful
bless
sister,
you.
no other person than Sister Mojisola Faroye. She's an African wedding talk show host, and she's also an Alaga. So if you want her number, you need to come through me. You're welcome to the program. Please introduce yourself properly to us.
Yes, my name is Mojisola Faroye, Alaga Iduro, Alaga Ijoko. In short, I anchor traditional wedding, and I anchor the birthday parties, adult party. Generally, it's only children that I don't do. And I have a talk show too that I do on Facebook. My page name is Mojisola Alaga Iyawo. Thank you. God bless you, sis.
Thank you very
for
much.
having me on your show today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Adishola, Olushola, Oremi, thanks so much. Thanks for coming. Yes, thank you.
Oh, good. So we are sharing, and they are also helping us to share. In fact, we want all the men to come. Let them come and share their opinion, even concerning this topic. When we talk about men also cry, we can look at it from different angles. You know, but we're concentrating on a video clip I saw, and it's something that happens, that's been happening even from the time of the Bible, and I don't think it's going to stop. That's the way this world is engineered. But I want to believe that at the end of this program, one or two people will be convinced that there's a better way to handle the situation, and that is about, you know, bringing in an illegitimate child into your marriage. You know, the reasons why this happens, and what are the disadvantages of this, the stigma that comes with it. And like Yoruba will say, I'm trying, I'm even trying now. For me now.
Well done.
You know, what I'm trying to say with that adage is that you can hide what you're doing for a while, but it's not going to be forever. Your secret will come out. So those are the things we want to look at today. So men, please come on. I know some of you might not have been through it before, but put yourself in the shoe of a man, that if such happened to you, how would you handle it? How would you cope with it? And what are the things that could do to you emotionally? You know, some people can even go into depression and all that. So please come out, share, and let us share. Let us, you know, deliberate on it together. So I'm going to hand over to my beautiful sister to start with the reasons, you know, behind this. The reasons why a woman would lie to the husband, you know, and pretend to be pregnant for the husband, whereas the pregnancy does not belong to the husband. What are the things that could cause this, man?
Thank you, my beautiful sister. I think it is very, very rampant these days. But if we look at it, there are so many things, you know, that can lead to this. But at the same time, I'm not making any excuse for them, because I think it's better to tell the man the truth, you understand? Because at the end of the day, if you are hiding, you understand? If you are hiding, you don't want the man to know, okay, all right, this is the problem. And at the end of the day, you know, we have some people that even they are already, even some of them are married. One or two things happens. We have seen so many, you know, videos that surfaced, you know, on the social media, that maybe something happened to them and they now said, okay, you have to go back to your mother and ask her. You understand that there is one secret that she's, you know, hiding away from you. You understand? So imagine an adult, you understand, that already believe that, okay, he or she have been with, you know, a man that believe that, okay, this is my own biological father. And at the end of the day, you now heard it, you know, very, very late, that, oh, okay, it's not your biological father. So you see, what the things that I think can, you know, lead to all these bad habits, because it's not something good in the society. It is very, very disgusting. But you see, men too, sometimes, some men believe that they don't, some men, maybe because of their ego, but I believe that things are, you know, things are changing these days. Even some of them, when they tell them, okay, there are two of them, they are married and they are trusting God, for the fruit of the womb. And the woman will say, okay, let's go to the hospital together and check. Most of these men will be telling you, you understand? They will even say to the face of the woman that, no, I'm a complete man. When I was sometimes ago, one woman, got pregnant for me, blah, 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 blah. We aborted it and stuff like that. But how is the man sure that he is you understand, the owner of that pregnancy?
The man is the one that has the problem.
You understand? So sometimes too, men have the problem. But again, because some women, they are doing that because there is no excuse for that. Because it's a very, very bad habit.
I understand that sad. You cannot give excuse.
Yes,
good
but
enough.
You see, putting much pressure on a woman, you understand, a wife, your wife, when two of you are still waiting upon the Lord, those things can lead a woman to go out and do that. Especially when the man is not ready to go to the hospital and check himself. Some men, they are so full of themselves that they will be telling you that, no, I don't have to go to the hospital. In my family, we don't have such a problem. We are okay. I'm fit. But sometimes the problem even comes from the man. Some of them, they have a low sperm count. And you see, in such situation, if they go to the hospital, maybe they just need to take some medication and, the treatment, and they will be fine. Though some of them, maybe that is the way God created them, or maybe they've done something in the past, that, destroy the sperm. I don't know. Some of them cannot even impregnate a woman. They cannot impregnate a woman at all. You understand? But in such situation, if that thing happens, they're supposed to sit down together. Okay, even if a woman is going to do that, to go outside and bring, you understand, the man's supposed to be carried along. So that secret is supposed to be between two of them. And again, we have some men that they are okay. They don't have any problem, sis. But you see some women, there is no amount of love or money that you can give to them that will make them stay with one man. I need a long. They can never be satisfied. So we have such women too. We have them in men and in women. But now let's concentrate on, understand, women. Some of them, there is no matter what that man can do to satisfy them, they will go outside. And I think, especially those men, because I saw a video too that, went viral, where a man lives in Canada. He traveled out of the country. He comes home. I think when he got his paper, everything, and he's ready to bring the family now down to Canada.
Yes.
And they now went through the, DNA. You trust abroad, they have to do the DNA to prove that, okay, he's the real biological father of those children. Out of those 3 children.
Oh, I remember the story now.
You remember it?
Yes.
None belong to that man. So, it was so sad. Knowing fully, you understand, the man believes that, oh, these children, they are mine. And so the children that you have spent so much, you have loved them, you have been nurturing them. Suddenly, something happened. You now discover that they are not your biological children. It is very, very painful.
Very, very, very,
very, very painful. It's sad. So you see some women, maybe because their libido is too high than the husband. You understand? And again, especially when man is living apart across the ocean, you understand? And the man is somewhere. We all know that, okay, if he doesn't have any child that she's looking up to, even we don't even have to go to abroad. If within Nigeria, the man still sleep in the same house, lives in the same house with some women. They still do that. They bring bastard children. That is the way Yoruba, they call them Omali. Yoruba will say,
before we continue, I've did a bit of research, and even in England, it is not acceptable to use the word bastard anymore.
Yeah.
But rather, it's the word illegitimate.
Illegitimate.
Right, so let's use that word preferably.
Okay. Yes. So you see, it's very, very, it has been happening for a very long time. And you know the sad thing, all these people that are involved in this, it's someone that is very, very close to the husband. Those children belongs to their husband's friend.
Either friends or even relatives, people they know.
The friends common, or maybe their ex or something. It's common. It's really, really common. So it is sad. There is no excuse for it. If you want to do it, maybe the man has problem and the man knew that he cannot do it. You know, we have some men, they can, you know, play with a woman. Let me put it that way. You understand? But for it to germinate, they can't do it.
It's another problem.
Another problem. Maybe because of medical problem or something.
Or even spiritual problems even.
You understand? So that is another thing. If the man is aware, the secret, it will be between two of them. And nobody will know. Eventually, if anybody got to know, the man will keep it. It's between two of them. But when man doesn't know and you do this to him, it's like taking a dagger, you know, and stab him when he's still living.
Thank you very much,
really,
ma'am.
really
We're going to continue in a minute, but I just want to appreciate people online. I see Murphy Moruf online. Thanks for joining. And I believe you said you want to come on the video. I would bring you up in a minute. Thank you, Sister Betty, Sister Christine. Those are blood. Thank you for joining, Sister Kike Lomo, Lady Kiki, Sister Lolade Samuel, and my beautiful wife, Sister Catherine Ayego Adewale, and my husband, Mr. Larry Adeniji, Ajisola Lushola. Thank you all for joining. Please do share the program. Let's get more people on board. I will bring you up soon, Mr. Murphy, in a minute. Give me 1 minute. Let's just get 1 or 2 foundations on before we bring more people in. You've mentioned so many reasons.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to summarize the reasons you have given. One is reasons of, where did I write that? Pressure from in-laws.
Yeah.
I want us to go back on pressures from in-law because that happens a lot.
Yeah.
And it's easy to blame a woman. You know, oh, you've done this, you've done that. But what do we say to this, to families? Or how do we advise family to lay off a bit instead of putting pressure? What else can they do to help the woman, to help their son, to help the family, and not push them into committing such a blunder?
Okay. What I'm going to say, you see, sometimes some men too, they need to grow up. Yes, as a man, you're supposed to be able to stand on your feet. You understand? You don't allow too many family, you understand, into your marriage. When anybody asks you, you know, it's very common in Africa. You understand? Okay. That, okay, well, what are you people still waiting for now? This and that. There is a way. That woman, she does not really have that power. Let me put it that way. That will, you understand, to stop all this from the in-law. But a man, the husband can help her. The husband can help her. You see, in-law is very, very easy to blame a woman. But you see, what if that woman is their daughter? It's a question that a husband can throw to his mother. Okay, what if my wife now is your daughter? What will you do? Are you going to support her, or you are going to be, you know, mounting this pressure on her? And you see, all those periods, they are not helping the woman, because pregnancy, it won't come when the woman does not have that peace of mind. Everywhere. You understand? So it's just like every month, you understand, her mind, because she won't even be enjoying having that, you understand, the intimates, you understand, with the husband. The only thing now she wants is she just wants to be pregnant. Yes. So parents should, and the family, they should allow them, give them some space. Marriage is not about children alone. They are the blessings of the part of the blessings of marriage. But that is not, people, we are not supposed to get married, you understand, because
only
of
for
children.
that purpose.
It's not for that purpose alone. You understand? At least we see some people in abroad here. They are married, but they say they don't want children. Not that they cannot produce, but they don't want. So African, you see that mentality. We have to drop it. So you see when the pressure is too much, the woman will be forced. There was one video, I think maybe I share it with you, or you are the one that shared it with me. Somebody shared it with me. A lady, they have been waiting for like 6 years. The pressure was too much on her. And she said she doesn't want to lose her home. And she went outside. She got pregnant. But at the end of the day, I don't know what happened. DNA, exposed her. And the man said, oh, she has to leave her house. His house, sorry. So you see, sometimes, no woman, especially in Nigeria, nobody wants to lose her home. Nobody wants to lose her marriage. So they go above what, you understand, they didn't plan for, just to keep that home. So family should please withdraw, give them space. Let them know, okay, this marriage, if God give us children, fine. If children are not coming, okay, we give God all the glory. I think that will be helping all those women.
And even there are so many other things they could do. I've had a family I was counseling at some point who had this problem, The man was okay, the woman was okay, but for some funny reason, a womb couldn't really, she kept having miscarriages. So it's not that even low sperm count business now. Yeah. But there's something happening maybe with the gene. But at some point, oh no. Okay, I believe she's gonna come back in a moment. But at some point, I was able to support and encourage. And the family, they agreed on IVF. Even with the IVF, they did the IVF for like 2-3 times before they were able to have a child. So sometimes it's not somebody's fault. It's not that the woman doesn't want to have it. Of course, every woman wants to carry their child, and every man also wants to have a child. But if these things don't happen immediately, let us not make it as in it's the end of the world. Let us help prayerfully, encouragement, with supplements, with references to hospital, gynecologists, whatever we can do. And most especially, we also need to be able to give them a breathing space. Yeah. While you are praying for them and doing whatever on the corner, give them a breathing space. There was a movie I saw, I'm going to say quickly, concerning the pressure from family. She was a lovely woman and she met the husband as a virgin. So that's how they started. She has never been with any other woman, any other man. And the pressure from the husband's sister was choking her. Even then, she still stayed faithful. But until one certain day, she heard the husband talking to a woman on the phone. And the man was being unfaithful. So she's like, and our husband our friend was advising her that, oh, try another man, blah, 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 blah. But he said, no, I can never do that to my husband. But the irony is that because of the phone conversation she heard, that the partner was talking to a lady, she's like, oh, really? And I'm here trying to be saint. I'm here trying to be holy. So what's the point? Let me to go and do now. So, but then now nobody's going to see the reason why she even did what she did. Yeah. She didn't even do it because she's looking for a child now. Yeah. Just to spite that man. She wanted to pay back. Yeah. There are 3 different women. There's the woman that's got the revenge woman. Those are the kind of people, I will do my own back. Let us see how it is. But at the end of the day, the community we are from, they don't see that side of error. It's the woman. How can you? The man can do what he likes. Yeah. But you, the woman, cannot do. you know, and that pushed her into that. To cut the long story short, she now got pregnant. Luckily, and funny enough, the pregnancy wasn't even for the person she went out with. The pregnancy was for the husband, which also shows the lack of patience.
Yeah.
You know, it was just the same time she took in was the same time she went to meet another man. And there was so much issue. Then the other man started blackmailing and all that.
That's
you know.
it.
You know, and then brought out the whole secret, blah, blah, blah. And then the DNA was even lied. They lied about the DNA results.
Wow.
But then as God will have it, the secret came out, then the man realized, oh, this is my child. But it's like, I can never take her back. I can take my child back.
Oh.
Who does that? But that is what, you know, happens at the end of the day. So I'm going to say to every woman out there, before we continue, so I don't lose the track of this. If you think you're doing this because you want to save your marriage, if you think you are doing this because you want to make a man happy, this same man will kick you out at the end of the day.
Yeah.
When the secret comes out, you will be the one to lose the most.
Yeah.
So consider who you are actually really helping, yourself or the man or the child you are bringing to the world. I'm going to pause on that. So I'm going to go quickly again to, there was something you said, that because a lot of women don't want to lose their home.
Yeah.
That's what they do. What is this thing about not losing home? What is, of course, everybody wants to keep their home, but why is it that I don't want to lose my home? I don't want to lose my home. But then you end up, you're not even happy anyway.
You see, it's because you see our society today. If you don't have a husband, they see you as if you are irresponsible as a woman, or maybe you are promiscuous, or I don't know. Maybe you are not just relevant in society. You understand? So, and some of them that they are married, you know, married women, some of them, they are not happy in that home. Some of them are suffering. But you see, because they know that the society, they are going to, you know, nail them as a maybe single mother or something. So they decided, okay, let me just sit down there. Then I will be faking it. You understand? You know, this is that they say, okay, when you fake it and you make it, you understand? Faking it till you make it, you understand? But it is very, very wrong. Some of them are not happy there, but still, that because of MRS, Mrs., they don't want to live there. But you see, thank God, things are changing now. Can you imagine a woman that husband will abandon her to? Even some of them, when they tell you, you will be surprised hearing from them that, oh, for like 5 years, we are not sleeping in the same room. You understand? We don't do anything together in the house. Maybe they just pay bills together and stuff. But when you see them outside, they try to, you know, you see them in the church outside, they play along. You know, they are now acting. But when they get inside, no.
It's another ball game entirely.
Another ball game.
Takike said something here. Said some men are actually the problem with childlessness.
Yes, some of them.
Arises in the marriage, but our culture automatically assumes women are the cause of everything, even including COVID. That's a laugh. Wow.
So, you know, because what society is going to tag them as single mothers. And some of them, the single mothers are even doing better. Far, far better than some of them. Marriage is good, don't get me wrong. But marriage, there is something we always use. I used to pray for when I'm, you know, anchoring traditional wedding. I pray for them that you see this marriage, you will enjoy it, you will not endure it.
Amen.
So many women are enduring in their homes. They didn't enjoy it at all. They are just enduring it. When you are married, you don't have anybody to talk to in the house. The man will abandon you and go. Even when you even go outside, he doesn't care about you. That is not marriage. Within you, But look at this lovely lady, that the husband that died through the trauma and everything that she sustained from the husband, the mental torture, physical torture, Osinachi.
Osinachi, yes.
Look at that beautiful woman. That woman of God, you understand? There are so many things that held that woman down in that man's house. Because she said, if she leave that man today, they will not allow her to minister in the church. Nobody is going to call her to come and minister in their church. And that is that's her calling. But in heaven, there is no marriage. There is no marriage.
Because of our time, I'm mindful. I want to see if we can cover so many areas as much as we can. When we talk about, I don't want to lose my marriage, I don't want to lose my home. I think one of the reasons is because a lot of us women, we are lazy. Apart from what you have said, you know, we are lazy. Probably because the man is the one fending for you, and you feel like, if I lose this man, who is going to be taking care of my bills? That's one of the reasons. Who's going to take care of my bills? Because at the end of the day, we're not saying leave the man because you cannot have a child.
Sis,
but which is better? Is it okay to commit adultery, bring up an illegitimate child into the family?
No.
At the end of the day, you're going to be kicked out anyway. The same thing you don't want to happen.
I disagree with you, sis. That some women are lazy. Did you realize that now it's very, very common, even in Nigeria? You understand? Some women are the one paying the bills in the house.
Of truth, yes.
Even clothing those lazy men. They knew it. Women, we see all these things, but just because I want to bear that MRS, you sit down there. You are inflicting yourself those pains. So women are not lazy. Maybe I'm not going to say all, maybe
some, yes, not all. I'm not saying all. I said some women.
But out of 100, I can say 70% are not lazy.
No, not even in this year and age. A lot of women are waking up. And there's an adage that I've heard a lot of Yoruba women say, which is "Okoko Nkobod." It's one man cannot fill my wardrobe.
Yeah.
That has to do with finance. Now, the woman can be working, the man is also giving, yet they are still like, another man will also give me something. I'll also get something from her. And there is no way you will play these games. One day, only bring your love. One day you make a mistake and then you get pregnant. Now you now bring the pregnancy back to the man. Why now? How do we deal with that? I'm sure that's 100% not being contended.
Yeah. That one is what Yoruba call ojukokoro.
So some women are hardworking, yes, but we will still always have somebody there who's just like them. Some men are, you have a beautiful wife, she's everything, she's any man's dream. Yet you are still like, I can't continue eating this pounded yam. Let me go and try rice outside.
Yeah.
We'll have people like that. So that's one of the reasons why these things happen. Then you mentioned some other reasons, which is men should go for medical checkup.
Yes, it is important.
As well to see what the problem is. So we're still looking at reasons why we have illegitimate child in the family. So please, men out there, if you are listening and you're watching, do share and encourage men out there. Go for checkup. It is not a crime, you know. Help your woman, help yourself, help your family. Go for checkup. If you want to go for a private hospital, do that. You know, just to make sure the problem is not from your side. And if the problem is not from your side, and it's neither not from your woman's side, both of you should come together to find solution. If the Bible says when two are joined together, they become one. So you and your wife, you are one. So when the problem comes as well, it is problem for one. It's not her problem or my problem, it is our problem, and should be solved together. Before I continue, I'm going to read some comments from Margaret Ojo. She says, Nigeria women are working hard, ma. Some even pay the bills at home, which is the same thing Mommy Mojisola said. And thank you for joining, Sister Olusheyi. That's my wife. And Pastor Frank, thanks for joining. Pastor Frank said, let's focus on the matter here. What is not good is not good. Yeah. Nobody takes an illegitimate child to a poor man. Period. Yes. End of the story. Yes. That's it. But we are not giving excuses, but we're trying to think and broaden our mind. What could make a woman do this? That's what we are looking at. Yes. For whatever reason, it is not right. But at the same time, let us try to know the reason and then be able to diffuse that reason. That this reason is not good enough. And that's why we're looking at pressures from the family, from marriage, from in-laws. So in-laws do not pressurize people to commit sin. Do not pressurize them to do what is wrong. So at the same time, you also don't say, because I want to remain Mrs. Don't put unnecessary burden, causes, pain, heartache upon yourself. That's the conclusion on that part. Then we've talked about checkup as well. Yeah. Then another thing I want to ask is this: we've talked about being contented. And
can I add one thing?
Yes, ma'am.
And you see this thing, we have some women that they can never be faithful to one man. Yes. You know, we have some people that there is nothing that their husband does not have at all. The husband will give them love. Is in monetary aspects, he's there for them. But no, that is why Yoruba says, Ashawo to losili oko leave lugba. When you are wayward, you are wayward. When you are promiscuous, there is nothing a man can do. So that is why you see, when you said you want to marry to a woman or to a man, don't rush, take your time. Find out. We know that a lot of story that we have heard, that some people will even go to where those ladies that they stand on the road or in the hotel working as an, prostitute. But they will bring them, they bring them out of that place. They will cancel them, change them, and clean them up, and they will never go back. But we have some people that they have never go out. Nobody knows them with such, you understand, attitude. But they are own worse than those girls that people pick on the street.
On the road.
Yes. So I will advise men should please open their eyes up. It's painful when you bring another man, another children, you understand, for another man to raise them up. Not that people adopt children, but it's good when the man knows that, okay, this one is my biological child. This one is my adopted child. You understand? So it is very, very wrong. We have some women that they have their own man friend or boyfriend, but they know that they are getting married, but they still have unfinished business with those men. It is very, very wrong. Men, they should please open their eyes. They should shine their eyes.
Thank you very much. Thank you for joining Mr. Solomon. Lara Sadiq, our own person, thanks for joining. Abimbola Bakari, thank you all for joining. We have a couple of minutes before we round up. Let us share and get more people on board. You said something about women with high libido.
Yes.
Do you want to break that a bit more, ma?
Yes. And you see, women with high libido, those are the women that we have some women and we have some men. That is the way God created them. You understand? Now, when some men, when they travel, they believe, oh, my wife, whether libido doesn't mean high libido, whether you are born again or you are not born again, it has nothing to do with it. It's the way God created you. You know, we have some people now that they can stay without having sex, you understand, for months and nothing will happen. But the way God created some people, they cannot do it. So you have to know your wife's sexual level. How long can she hold her body? You understand? But you see these days, the way people are traveling, the woman will be in Nigeria, the man will be in London, in Canada, you understand? And you expect that the woman will be able to hold her body. It is not easy, because you see, it is very easy to shift a blame on the woman. Everybody will say, but it's a man. Whereas man too is having, you understand, his own side chick. You understand? So I will believe that, you see, what is good for the gay is good for the, what is good for the Ganda, sorry. You understand?
Yeah,
what is good for men is good for women. You understand? So it is very, very important. If you know that this woman is not somebody you can live for a very long time, then before you go, make sure you have all your children. But if you think you want to be going, coming back and be having those children, you don't know, maybe the woman, you understand? So it's always good. Let us know the level of our partner. How long can she hold her body? It is very, very important.
Thank you very much.
In a week, some people cannot do without it. That is the way they are created.
Thank you very much. And that's asking with a lot of understanding and being able to call a spade, being able to tell yourself the truth and be able to manage your home. So even though for no reason that should not happen, but then it happens.
Yeah.
So let us not lie to ourselves. So we're looking at the reasons behind why this things happen. But then things also can be done to curb them. And this is the things we are looking at, which is, we just talked about women with high libido. So the men should understand the kind of wife they have. So if you know my wife has high libido and you want to travel, take her along with you.
That's it.
You know, in that way, you also protect yourself.
Yeah.
And you're protecting her as well. You know I cannot leave my wife. Why? I cannot leave her. My best reason known to you. You know, and if you know, okay, you're just going to be out for 24 hours, you're not going to be back. Understand, know the truth. Don't say, why can't she hold herself? What? No, don't lie to yourself. She did not create herself. She did not make herself. She can try her best to have self-control, but some people cannot. There are some that are even be diagnosed medically, you know, to have these things. So don't push it. Don't put your home and your family at risk. We're also going to look at when these things happen in family where illegitimate child comes in play and the secret comes out at the end of the day. Amongst the child and the man, the woman has nothing to, her own is scared because she's the criminal in this case. Who suffers the most when the secret comes out?
The children. The children. And the man. The children first and the man. You see, sometimes we believe that, oh, it's the man. No. Those children, because they knew that man as their father, you understand? Where do you want the children to go? The man can still go away. The man can decide, okay, I don't want those children, I'm going to leave them, go and give them to their father. And I will go and start a new home. Those children, how do you want them to cope? Because all their life, that is the person. They know that, okay, this is my dad. So it is so traumatized for the children as well. And for the man, it's very, very bad. Honestly, it is very, very bad. That man, he won't trust any woman again in his life. Except if God intervenes. He will find it very difficult to trust a woman again. So it's not something that is good. It is not nice. It is wrong.
Okay. All the men out there, have about 20 people watching. Please tell me, is mommy right? Is it the child involved that suffers the most, or men? You know, men, put yourself in the shoe for 1 minute and just imagine somebody comes and tells you that your child is not yours. How would you feel? You know, but even as a woman, I can just imagine somebody comes and tell me, my son is not my own. You know, it's depressing. It's demoralizing. It can kill a man. The children too will suffer, but I'm feeling more pathetic for the men. As a parent, I'm thinking more of the men. I mean, I just can't imagine it. The pain, the heartache, some can go into depression mode.
I have a friend. He lives in America. He has 4 children. Okay. Now, when he got his papers, everything, God has really blessed him. Everything nice. Now I want to bring my children to to US so that they can have a good education and everything. They went for DNA. The only boy among those kids does not belong to that man. That man does not have any choice. He took his own first. That boy, that thing damaged that boy. Even when the man said, okay, now, because this boy does not know another father since he was young. And he was not the last born, no. So that means the woman has been doing it since. But that thing damaged that boy. He ruined the boy. The man tried all he could do, you understand, to help the boy. I don't know. At least last year, we still talk about it. The boy, he left home. They don't even know where the guy is now. They said there's nothing they have not even, they have done so many things. So you see, he hits on those kids too, more. You understand?
Someone said here from a private chat, but she couldn't comment on the program. She said it happened to her dad. And after 40 years, the woman brought a grown man saying that this is the father. Imagine looking after a child after 40 years, and then somebody comes to knock at your door. This is your daddy. You know, but then the good thing from this story I'm reading here is that when this happened, the man that looked after the child was late. So he didn't have to behold such evil. But then, even to that family, how would that family even handle such a shock? Somebody have called my brother for 40 years. Then suddenly you are telling me this person is not my brother.
Brother anymore.
It will affect everybody around, everybody in that family.
One happened in Lagos, some years back. This woman, those 2 children, the woman knew that they did not belong to the husband. So that man, I don't know, they said he went to somewhere and they told him that the problem that the man had then, you understand, that if he doesn't come and claim what he has outside, that thing cannot be, resolved, except he has to bring those children. So, and you see the woman, she's still, in contact with the man, still collecting money. The woman and the man outside knew that the husband at home is not the biological father. But the husband at home now, okay, the woman said, I want to celebrate birthday. I want to celebrate their birthday. She wanted to do it together. So is the man outside that paid everything for the party. On the day of the party, and this is the man, the owner of those children, he's from Isaleko. So he came with the family. The woman and the man's family will be there. Then even there was no the DNA, because I remember I was still in Nigeria then. The man came and he showed up with his family. Party scattered though, that those kids are for him, and he's going away, leaving that place. He's not going to leave that place except they release those children. And when they call the woman, what she has to say, he said it is true. That is the man that has the children.
So such children that witness that, even those that are not directly involved, just like you are even watching, some of them can decide in their mind and in their heart that they will never marry and they will never trust a woman.
That's it.
So everything we do in life, we need to be considerate that it's an everlasting damage that's going to cause a lot of people around us or involved. Now, this woman is saying, Sister Margaret Ojo, she's saying that after the dad was laid, that's when the woman brought the son, you know, and then that the son, this 40-year-old man, died a month after this meal. A month after. So how many people are we going to murder for the sake of I want to remain Mrs. Lagbaja? How many people? Some people may not die physically like that. They die emotionally. A lot of things die in there. You know, it's I don't even know the word to qualify it. It shouldn't happen, but it's happening. It's been happening from the time of the Bible. We have in Zechariah 9, it happened. Deuteronomy, it happened. During the time of Jephthah, it happened. It's been happening in the time of the Bible. It's happening now. It will still happen. I even heard of a pastor who was boasting and telling me that Lagbaja there, she has a twins for me. The woman is in a matrimonial home. And you are telling me, a pastor, that the twins she has belongs to you. I'm like, so how did you do it that the husband doesn't know?
Can you imagine?
And this is a pastor. So I'm like, you can actually tell me that you're doing that to a family. Something will happen, especially even when it's even twins. That's even more dangerous.
That is so
Something
sad.
will happen somewhere. They'll need maybe blood, or they'll something, or the life of these things will not be balanced. One may be misbehaving, the other one may be having matrimonial problem, or one might be having academic problem until they see their father. Some children are like that. They cannot live under another person's roof except their father's roof. But now you've brought them into this world, you've taken them to another family. Things will not work out until they see their father. And they'll be like, why are they behaving like this? Why are you are not listening? You're not obedient. You're not doing this, you're not doing that. Meanwhile, it's the woman that has jejely caused wahala. For these children. Can I read some comments? We are almost out of time. Thank you for joining, everyone. It's been a wonderful day. I wish we can stay here forever. Thank you, Mr. Mojira Yo. Arowo Shegbe.
Mrs.
Mrs.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mommy. Adeola Keshinro. Sister Catherine Adewale said they might not even forgive their mom. 100%. 100%. You even rarely see forgiveness. They might just accept and say, mommy, good afternoon, daddy. But deep down, they cannot forget. Even if they try to forgive. And then Sister Betty says, something like that happened in a family I know. The younger ones didn't know that their most eldest brother was not from their dad. The day the younger ones found out, it was an unbelievable thing. But they managed it well and continue to love their elder brother. Because they've grown together, the bond is there. To separate it is not a joke. Thank you, Sister Anna Tinimbu. Good evening, everyone. Sorry for joining late. No problem, ma. Sister Fumi Owade, thanks for joining. Pastor Frank says, why can't women open up to the man about the fortunate baby before it's developed? Okay, that's what we're going to round up on that question. I'm holding that question there. We're going to end with that. Sister Christine says, not all dissatisfactions about a situation can cause a man to cry. Sobbing over discontent only occurs when the scenario bypasses the strength of the guy. This English is plenty. How do I begin to explain now? When he feels hopeless about a thing he sees, when he feels hopeless about a thing he has spent time on, the situation will most likely make him cry. Men cry, because even this one is beyond cry at some point. How do you even start to cry? Oh, thank you for joining, Mr. Luwashe Keshinro. Some men, Pastor Frank says, some men will accept, like in the case of Mary in the Bible.
Yeah.
Yes. I haven't seen in real life, but I think I've watched a movie where the man could not just live with himself, not to have that child. You know, he's bonded so much. Well, the baby was about 4 months, but he has bonded so much with the child. The love was so much, he could not bear to see the child go. So what he did instead was send the woman that has lied, the wife, sent the wife away, and I brought in, you know, this was even a different story. Even it was a baby stolen from the hospital.
Wow.
A woman had the baby and they stole the baby, told her the baby had died. And then you now took another person's baby to your house and you presented it to your husband as your child.
Wow.
You know, this is how desperate women want to remain Mrs. Do you understand? You know, and also because of pressure and all that. But then at the end of the day, she was sent away. And then the man brought this woman into his home with a child. And trust me, I believe at the end of the day, he's going to end up marrying that woman because he can't let go of the child, even though he knew the child was not his.
Yeah.
I mean, that was, it's not just because what are people going to say. I'm sure he did that, one, for love, secondly, also for his sanity. I'd rather not stay here and run mad. If having this child in my home will keep me safe and will make me happy, then let this child come. We have men like that are broad-minded. But please do not look for a man that is broad-minded to take such a pain, such a burden. And I'm going to end with what Pastor Frank asked there. Why can't women open up to the man about the fortunate baby before it developed?
Anyway, I think maybe some of them, as Yoruba adage we says, Yoruba adage says, wọ́n ní àwa obìnrin ètè la ní àgbọ̀n. You understand? Number one, some of them will say, okay, if I tell my husband, how is he going to take it? And again, because, you know, they are desperate, just like what Sister Betty Shidi said. You understand? When you are too desperate, you will not think about any consequence. You just want to achieve that your aim. So it's part of what desperations, you understand, causes, you understand. So we can count Mary does not commit any offense.
Yes.
So it's different, sir, Pastor Chidi, Pastor Frank. Mary, it is Holy Spirit that descended upon Mary. So it is very easy for Mary to go to the husband that, this thing happened, I don't know how it's happened. And the Holy Spirit, angel, appeared to Joseph and revealed the secret. So
behind the pregnancy.
Yes, but this one, this physical one that we are talking about, the woman, you know, met another man, and the after scoring the goal, brought the result home to come and meet the husband. So it cannot be compared at all. So, but I'm going to say it's because of that desperation. Men should be pleased. Let them be calming down. When the issue of this, they should support every support that they can give to, you know, their wife in such situation. Let
if
them
a man
support
should find their wife or their woman in such a compromising situation,
yes,
like the clip we put on the adverts. I mean, we saw the man crying. It was broken, totally broken. Yeah. I mean, the fact that I think it was even the friend. How can you do this to me? The disbelief.
Yeah.
Can you even advise a man how to handle such a situation?
You see, it's like when you are not wearing the shoe, you cannot understand the pain. So it's the person that is wearing the shoes that know where it hurts. And you see, when that thing happened, we can say, oh, they are men, they are strong. It's just like when somebody loses, you know, like a parent, You know, we will not lose our children in Jesus' name. You see,
Amen.
some people, they will cry. Some people, they will just throw themselves up and, you know, fall down. And some people, they will just, you know, mute. So that is, you know, different reaction. So when it happened, some men might be saying, if it happened to me, no problem, I will just, you know, walk away. It's not easy like that. Number one, especially if it is a woman that you love. You understand? So again, you know, he betray your trust. That is number two. You love someone, and this is the person that now stab you behind. You understand? Number three, that child. How are you going to feel when you see that child? When you know that, okay, this is not my child. How are you going to feel towards your feelings towards that child too? So you see, it's so many questions that will be going, you understand, through the man's, you know, mind. So it's something that we should just pray that no man is supposed to experience this. We can't say that any man should go through this. It's not good. It is very, very bad. And I pray that you see all those women doing this. May God touch their hearts and they should just stop it.
Amen.
It's not good. It's not good. Some men can die untimely because of this. So instead of killing that man, just go away. Save the child, run away. Just go away. Don't kill the man. Because that man, to even trust another woman is going to be a problem. So there is no point.
It's not even happening.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, ma. Sister Betty said it's not easy to go tell a man that, oh, I took him for somebody else and all that. But however, it is better they say it before the man find out, because every 80% of cases out of 100 comes out eventually. So it is better early than late. Deal with the shame now, you know, why they can even keep your secrets. This happened though, you know, this is what have happened. I'm sorry, forgive me. But before you go and open your mouth and say that you already know you are ready to pack out.
Of course.
You understand? You've already made plan B to move out, because you don't expect the man to be looking at you. You don't even want the man to, out of frustration, to strangle you at one day or something, because anything can go wrong with them.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. So before you go and open your mouth and say such a secret,
it's not easy for such women to go
yes,
and open
I know,
their
but then
mouth
before you commit the crime, you must be ready to go for jail.
It's better, it's better they don't commit it. It's not good.
If you not commit to God, don't bring an illegitimate child to your marriage to another man to look after.
It's very, very wrong. It's wrong.
So if you find yourself in a situation you have committed the crime, then do the time. Let the man know, and then let the man have peace and know, okay, I'm not doing it. If the man decides I want to take this on board, there is an understanding. I have seen situations like that. I've seen a lot where the man will be the one who will say, listen, I cannot bring forth a child. That's
different.
Do you understand?
That
so
is agreement.
Different situation, different story, and all that. Things happen in this world, man. Things that you will hear, and it is unbelievable. You know, even if Pastor Frank says something like, it's not only a man that have a baby by mistake. It takes two to tango. But the difference is that most of the time, when men do this, it's either they keep it outside. So it's not the woman that is laboring or looking after that child.
Yeah.
And for any reason, if they are bringing that child into the family, they will tell the woman. Even though the child is still illegitimate, but the woman is aware.
But do you know, sometimes it's not those men too that tells their wife that I have a child.
Secret opens up.
That is why it's difficult for the women too to call their husband that please, you see this pregnancy is not for you. That man can kill her. So,
yeah, but before you told that, you don't go and say,
what they can do, let them use the means. The men, you know, the men, they use their family when they committed so atrocity. When you are in your house one day, to just see your mother-in-laws, father-in-laws, friends coming to your house and sitting down. And they start to be nice, my darling wife. Hey, it's not your fault. Is this your husband? He went outside and, you know, he finds himself. You understand? So let the woman too do the same. When you know, okay, this pregnancy, this child that is coming now is not for your husband. You too go to your own family. You might not go to your husband's family. Let your own family too follow you.
Let them know what you have done.
Your husband too. Even if you cannot look for a spokesperson among your own family, let them do it. So it's either you that day that the man will ask you, just pack your things and follow your family and go. So that is why I'm saying it is not easy for a man to look at his wife, to look, you understand, to her face and say, and tell her, I have a child outside. So same way too, for a woman cannot look at the husband and said, and told the man, tell the man, sorry, that, oh, you see this child is not for you. It's difficult.
No, you should not even give birth to such a child in that family. You should not. The moment you know you are pregnant for another person, you should already know and tell yourself that marriage is over.
Definitely.
Bring your family, confess to your family what you have done, and ask for forgiveness. If the man chooses to forgive you, thank your stars. But
no,
if
the man, you see, if the man forgives you, fine, and he's still ready to accept you, the man can still forgive you and ask you to go. So forgiveness is good. So for the fact that the man forgives you doesn't mean. Sorry.
I can't hear you now.
So sorry. It does not mean, you understand, that he has to accept you back. No. It's good to forgive.
That's another level.
I'm going to say to all the women outside there, anything that you know that you can't undo, don't do it. Don't bring it upon yourself. Pity those men. You see those men, they are someone's son. They are somebody's brother. They are a woman's uncle, like you.
So people be your own child or your brother.
That's it. So it is very, very important. It is very, very important. What is not good is not good. It's not good. So this has to stop.
It's been a wonderful night, wonderful 1 hour. Thank you all for joining, and a lot of people have contributed, they've shared, they've advised. You know, it's a beautiful day. I'm just going to read a verse of the Bible, and we will close with that. And that is Deuteronomy 23, verse 2, which says, if a person is illegitimate by birth, neither he nor his descendant for 10 generations may be admitted to the assembly of the Lord. Look at that. A person of illegitimate birth shall not enter the assembly of the Lord, nor his descendant for the 10th generation. That is how serious the Bible is looking at it. You know, so let us try out there, women, please, I am begging you. Let us do what is right by ourselves, what is right by God, what is right by our husband, and what is right by those children we want to bring into the world.
Yeah.
The world is in a confused place enough. Let's not add more to the confusion, please. Let's stop breaking hearts. Let's stop breaking homes. Let's stop destroying generations.
Yeah. Like
the woman, Sister Margaret was saying that after the man of 40 years old was told, you know, that the man that have looked after you for so long is not your father. He could not stand the shame, the stigma. A month after he died. Now, how he died, I don't know. Maybe he killed himself, or maybe it was due to depression and thinking. Maybe it's hypertension. But then a 40-year-old life is wasted. A generation has been ended. Please, I beg you in the name of God, let us do what is right. And God will continue to help us. Thank you all for joining. It's been a beautiful night. And a big thank you to my beautiful mommy here. and Sister Mujisola Faroye, Alaga Iduro, for all your events. Please call her. She's available. You have to go through me to get her number, by the way. Until I see you again, I remain Modupe Ekene Adeniji, your host for Relationship Talk Show. Until next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m., I'm coming with another bomb. God bless you all and good night. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Moving forward, you know, I'm ambitious.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Enjoy it, Paul. Thank you very, very much, sis. Thank you for having me here tonight.
Night, everyone.